Or maybe they just do a best of 7. Yeah, I think it's a best of 7.
Yeah, I think it's a 7.
Yeah.
Certainly, yeah, I think it's a...
So you send out 4 of their top players. You got Classic, soO, Dream, Innovation.
That's it. You've got a beastly lineup.
There you go.
Well, here we go. Here's our best ZVZ player of the Pro League, soO, 9-0. That must be a record.
I think at this point, possibly. Just for one matchup, straight undefeated, 9 games in a row.
12-1 versus DRG.
Wow.
Wow. All right. These guys have some history, and it's heavily in favor to soO. That is ridiculous.
Yeah. I'm sure soO came in today. He's like, this guy has no chance. He must be, I don't know, brimming with confidence. You can even see it on his face. He is so comfortable in that booth.
Yeah, he's a killer. And this is the guy that's going to have to make magic happen. DongRaeGu, 2-0 so far. Oh, Cowboy Bebop Tank.
Yeah.
Beautiful song. I love that anime so much, and I have so much respect for DRG.
Because he chose that song.
Oh, man. Bringing back memories. I actually only recently watched the anime again. I rewatched it.
I got halfway through, and I haven't continued it. It's pretty quick, you know. It's not a lot of episodes. I really got to get back on that.
It's like 24, and they're all like 20-minute long sort of things. Fantastic anime. Couldn't make this day any better, Valdez.
For sure. Even if he loses, it's fine. Guys, the map here for game number 2 is going to be Terraform. Let's jump into our first ZVZ here. It is soO versus DRG. Up here in the top left, in the red for SK Telecom T1, it is soO.
Down here in the bottom right for SBENU, DongRaeGu. He's going to follow up that amazing performance from Leenock in Game 1. See if SBENU can get a second win on the board against the most powerful team so far in Pro League's history.
Yeah. We were remarking before during the break, or maybe it was on cast, I can't quite remember, how the first matchup tonight had a ton of Terrans, 3 prime Terrans in a row. They didn't quite do so well, you know, as we said before, not really on the same level as a lot of the other players here in Pro League, but in terms of SBENU sending out 3 Zergs in a row, even when Zerg, you know, they're having a bit of trouble against Mech and not the easiest time against Protoss. What do you think about that from SBENU?
Well, you know, SBENU's always got that Zerg heavy sort of lineup as well. When you got Leenock and DongRaeGu, it does make sense that they want to use these guys a lot more often. Same goes for, I mean, soO on the other side. soO and Dark actually both playing today. It kind of depends on the map, I think, a lot as well, and if they are going to match up against another Zerg. So it feels like SKT had a great read today, and sending out soO on this map, like, okay, you're probably going to play another Zerg player. It's going to be Leenock with DRG. Ended up being DRG, so he got the matchup he always wanted.
Yeah. The one thing I'm kind of surprised that we didn't see was Innovation come out on Terraform again. I guess he just wanted Echo because it's like a little bit easier to take 4 bases as Mech compared to Terraform. But Terraform is also a great map.
Innovation did make this map look scary when he went Mech on it. Last time we saw him against the Zerg.
It was gross.
It was against Snoot, I believe it was.
Snoot and Life as well.
Oh, yes.
He had that best of 3 against Life. And,
that's right.
Lost the first game, and then he got Echo Terraform, and he played Mech on both, and we're just like,
unstoppable.
I don't know, Moonglade.
Like,
I don't know.
There's like, just, I don't know. There's no answer, it seems. So if it gets to a point and Innovation's in the driving seat, it's just, it does look like a hopeless situation.
Yeah. That is the key, by the way. It has to be Innovation pretty much. A lot of Terrans are trying to follow up. They're trying to mimic his style, try to play their own style of Mech, but it's not quite as dominant, I guess, as Innovation. I think Innovation is kind of on a different level. I think he's got the understanding of Mech versus Zerg just a bit better than anyone else at this point.
I'm getting that impression too, and you should go back and watch him in the grand finals of Gamescom, how he manhandled soO essentially. Like, it just completely dominated him for, I think, 5 games. I think actually Innovation dropped 1, but it's because he messed up a cheese. So it was pretty funny. But every straight-up game was just, it was brutal. Absolutely brutal.
Played a lot of Mech, I assume. I didn't quite catch
a lot of
that,
Mech, a lot of mind games there because they are teammates. So a lot of cheeses came into play, a lot of interesting builds. But I believe it went to Mech at least twice, and they were pretty hardcore games.
It's funny because soO was like one of the only Zergs that came out on this map specifically, and I forget the Terran who it was, but he filled the entire map up with creep by like minute 15, and he was just like wrecking that guy. But against Innovation, I guess it's a different story.
Yeah, it really is, isn't it? Like Innovation, he knows his teammate too well as well. I'm sure like the one guy that practices mech against him is Innovation, so he knows him inside and out.
That's true.
And I mean, going into this game, the ZVZ, nothing really out of the ordinary for both sides. Both exactly the same sort of builds, just the Bailey Nest timing a little bit faster for soO at this point.
Yeah. Would you say this is one of those maps where you kind of have to go into that Bailey Nest? I mean, it's a pretty wide choke. It's very easy to get a lot of Lings and Bailings over there.
Yeah, it does make a lot of sense, because it's going to have a hard time making some sort of SimCity or some sort of block to stop Lings getting in if you are foregoing that speed.
Yeah. Usually at this timing, we see one or both players or neither player, but usually just one player like make a big swell of Lings and try to do a bit of damage, you know, get into the head of his opponent and maybe get some good hits with Banelings. We do see both players, though, just making 10, 8 Lings each.
Yeah, looks like soO might be looking for that aggression here. He's going to be morphing a couple of Banes, I believe, outside the base of DRG, and there we go. So he's going to be applying the pressure while he goes into, it looks like Mutalisk Tech from here.
Yeah. Both players actually morphing two. DongRaeGu kind of two defensive Banelings. soO pulling back at just the right time.
Oh, here we go. Two Banelings. Queen's going to help out a little bit too. He's going to be looking for those big hits here. Oh, going to be so careful. The dance of death. Oh, not finding much here. It's like soO might have to retreat.
Yeah. Loses both Banelings to, I think, just 2 Lings. Maybe 1 Baneling traded there by DRG, but very nice trades there by DRG, and he's got control of the map now.
Oh, look at this counterattack. This is actually going to do a lot of damage. So many Lings on the way for DRG, and only now emergency Banes being made from soO.
12 Banelings being morphed by DRG in the meantime. Getting a bit of a surround as well with his Queen. Is it going to go down? It's just barely not.
Oh, but look at all these Banelings coming out here. He's going to have to get the perfect Bane hits on top of these amount of Banelings right now. Oh, no. Two going to get into the drone line.
Yep, catching out 6 drones. Not bad there. A lot of wasted Banes earlier on, but...
Well, looks like soO's holding on for now. More and more Banelings that are being more for him, and he's going to clean up the Lings that are in his natural. More Banelings are on the way, and more Lings coming across the map for DRG.
Now, look at the spread here on the Banelings that were morphing as well. He's not messing around. soO just trying to defend at all costs now. The Spine Crawler does finish.
Got to split them. Got to split them. 2 Banes looking for the hit.
Ooh, very, very nice. Gets 12 drones in total. Jeez.
Wow. Still pretty saturated natural considering the damage that's been done. But it's not letting up anytime soon. soO is going to lose his last Queen at the natural as well. Things are getting out of hand here.
Yeah, he's being forced to make 2 Queens now to replace those.
Oh, big blunder there in the micro. Hitting the hatchery.
5 more drones coming in here, though. 2 Banelings doing the work. And some Lings now trying to poke forward, get the weakened drones. 6, 7 drones going to go down. Another Baneling making his way through. And a nice poke there by the Spine Crawler.
Yeah, this momentum really in favor of DRG right now. He's keeping the aggression on. But if he keeps making Lings and running them across the map like this, he's going to run out of steam. Now those Queens are out here. It's going to be a little bit harder to get those Baneling hits off. Maybe one more chance to do some drone damage.
Oh, he lets the Banelings through and takes just a bit of extra damage, and just more and more Banelings making their way through. But at this point, I think soO should be okay. He's got that Spine, he's got the Queen, and more defensive Banelings coming in. He's down on drones.
DRG's just not letting up there. He's keeping this going. He wants to do more drone damage. He wants to try and whittle down this Spine Crawler with a couple more Banes as well. Here we go again. Gonna go for the hits here.
Going for the Spine Crawler. He gets it. And as you said before, the continued aggression here is trying to get the Baneling here. That would be a nice hit.
soO needs to actually start making more Queens. Maybe another Spine as well. He cannot be letting up on the defense at this point. He does. I think he was unaware that DRG was so all-in with this.
Yeah. Well, not going to get the best hits there, but he's going for another Queen snipe. And look at this Queen there on the outside, but a really nice Baneling hit there by soO. But still, more and more stuff coming across the map. This never ends, Moonglade.
It never ends. You know, DRG has not teched. He has not transitioned at all. Just more and more Lings on the way. Constant aggression here. Oh, big mistake there, losing all these Lings to that Bane. He's stabilizing there. You know, more Banelings are out here, but here comes the next 12.
Oh, they're trying to make their way in, but again, not the best hits. He's got more on the way, though.
Looking for those drone hits again. Trying to slow down the economy of soO. He's barely holding on. Oh, big mistake there.
Yeah. Trying to get this queen. He will get the queen. And now soO only down to 1 queen at this point. He's just slowly eating away at the economy of soO.
This is absolutely insane. The Spike is going to finish again. And Spire actually has finished for soO as well if he wants to start investing into Mutalisks. If he actually can get to a few mutas, he will stabilize in a big way. But getting there is the biggest problem of all.
Yeah. Oh, coming in here trying to snipe some more drones. Looks like he may have gotten one. So again, more and more Banelings being morphed outside the base of soO.
Oh, run by. Big hit. And here comes the rest of the Banes. They could actually detonate on that hatchery. And they do.
The hatch goes down.
Oh my god. 1 muta in production now. DRG, he could stop if he wants to, but he doesn't want to. It looks like he just wants to keep going and try and end it here. Without a second hatchery, soO's economy is in shambles right now.
Yep, he's mining from 1 base. He's on 24 drones. DRG back at home, just 30 drones. He never made another one. I think he went up to like 31 total. That was about it. It was just Lings and Banes all the way through from there.
Non-stop Lings and Banes. He could try and clean this up here. A huge amount of Lings still coming across the map. Only 1 Mutalisk out, and there's no Banelings now for soO. He's morphing 1 in now.
1.
Yeah.
Maybe if he gets the miracle hit. Going for the surround here on the Spinecrawler. Not even sure if he'll get it. Looks like he will. But at the same time, going to lose a lot of Lings for that. And back at the base of DRG, he has taken 2 more gases and not quite the same amount of aggression. We do see him making more and more drones. So he will be transitioning here.
He will be transitioning. Look at the supplies though. The DRG was pretty all in with this. He had to do that economic damage to, I guess, even things up because he didn't get the kill. But these mutas are going to even things up once again because they're going to be dealing with a lot of overlords around the map.
That's very true.
It's not over by any means either way. DRG's trying to get to a tech that's going to make him able to deal with these mutas, get out on the map again, maybe even a Nidus. And for soO, it's about rebuilding that economy, rebuilding that natural, and going for a 3rd base, either making more Mutalisks or going into Roach Tech.
DRG, he's got 3 Lings over there. Not sure where these overlords are going. Maybe just trying to save the rest of them. Those are the sacrificial overlords. Trying to delay the mutas from coming in. Making 5 at a time at the same time. Oh! Baneling misses it. Ling's going to get into the main.
Maybe 1 or 2 drones going down.
1.
And the map kind of being cleaned out at this point. There's still a couple of overlords on the map. If they get spotted, it's going to be pretty painful for DRG to remake more overlords.
Yeah. Oh, and they do get spotted up here in the north.
And look at this. Very interesting that we're seeing here Spire on the way for DRG.
Yeah. What do you think about that? I mean, he's got a gigantic banking gas. That's one thing for sure, but soO is way ahead in terms of mutant production. He's already got 8 out on the map. Yeah,
that's the same exact amount that DRG can make, essentially. So I think this is the wrong choice. I think he needs to go into, like, Queen Roach into a 3rd. I think he should not be going down the same tech considering how far behind it is. It's not like the main base took any economic damage. It's not like soO didn't have a big bank of gas before he went into mutas. It's interesting that he went for this kind of tech, but we'll see if it works out. He can make up to 12 meters now. And soO is still kind of recovering in his natural. And he's still down 10 drones, actually.
Yeah, that is true, but going to have a very large number of mutas. Looks like going up to 13. This little Ling run-by is going to get shut down. 2 spines at the front. And only 10 mutas being made here. Looks like for DRG for now.
Yeah, Carapace being upgraded as well. Something that we haven't seen soO invest into just yet and could be a big, I wouldn't say blunder, but overlook. He doesn't really know the tech choice of DRG. He's probably assuming that it is going to be like Roach and Queens to start things off.
Which is why he wouldn't be going for that +1 Carapace just yet.
Yeah, he'd probably want to go for a +1 attack if he was fighting this and wanted to commit to more mutas. I think he's going to get a bit of a surprise here, and he's going to be a little late to the upgrade. It's going to put him in a bad place a little bit later on here. He's going to scout it now.
Ooh, looks like he's going to go into +1 attack and immediately, well, changes his mind. Was thinking about roaches and upgrades, but
and he's like, wait a second. Those were Mutalisks.
Well, that was a very crazy start to this game that has kind of normalized.
Yeah, SBENU's really bringing their A game today to a team that looked absolutely unstoppable all game long, all season long. +1 attack. I'm not sure if that was the right choice from soO, but I guess he is playing from behind in terms of upgrades. Or maybe he just didn't see the mutas. Oh, he did see them then, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think he's got to have an idea.
It's usually just an upgrade you never want to see, or you never want to start off with if you're going muta versus muta. But maybe it's kind of the rules are a little bit different this time around because it's such a wonky game right now.
I mean, I guess the +1 is definitely going to help out with that poking power if he wants to do a bit more of harass and get, you know, slightly far ahead in terms of his economy. Or I guess maybe claw his way back into this game as he is behind.
He's going to go for this extractor. It's actually a huge move for soO. It's going to give him a little bit of a lead when it comes to gas, which is something that is so vital in muta versus muta.
Another big run by here, fighting with the drones against all these speedlings. Going to lose a bunch of them.
Oh, yeah.
Going to force all the mutas back at the same time. And DongRaeGu is going to take that opportunity to put his mutas out on the map and look for some damage.
Well, he's going to get some overlords with the spotting. Great start here.
Right now, 27-23 in soO's favor of mutas.
It's a pretty decent number to have an advantage for, but that +1 carapace, if the mutas get a little bit more similar in number, it's going to be a huge advantage for DRG.
Look at this, another huge run by there at the third, but soO going for his own. A lot of these lings coming now into the natural, but lings of DRG are following.
There's a lot of economic disruption from DRG on all of soO's bases right now. It's actually really, really effective play, stopping that gas mining, and 8 more drones went down.
Yeah, that's not nearly the damage that soO got. soO got a queen, I think, which is not bad, but it's not 8 drones.
It's not that important in this kind of matchup as well when you're just making mutas, and you're never going to have maximum sort of larvae producing mutas at all times.
Well, DRG, he sees the mutas up at the top. He scouts them with his lings, and now he's going for this third base.
I think he's that confident right now. It's 32-33. DRG should be able to take a fight and win it with this carapace upgrade advantage.
He is running soO around the map. He brings the mutas up, and then he brings them down. Another ling run by into the main. But look at this.
Man.
soO is going to get some early hits.
He's going to get a few mutas for this, but the upgrade advantage is going to be heavily in DRG's favor. If he ever decides to turn this around, he can always fight on top of the Spore. And now the main base of soO's in shambles right now.
Yep. He has no way to deal with this. He may just be like all in. He's not even turning around with his mutas.
I think he might be. I think he's looking for one fight to try and win the game here. And here we go.
Queen's coming in here for DRG. He's also got the better upgrades and all the transfuses at the same time.
DRG looking to give soO his first loss in Pro League in DBZ.
What are we watching, man? GG. SBENU on the backs of DRG, going to take game number 2, now up 2-0 on SK Telecom, a team that is undefeated in this round.
Beautifully played. Great preparation, and now SKT are 1 loss away from getting 3-0. It's going to be Dark versus Curious. Curious can certainly do it, Valdez.
He definitely can. Another ZVZ. Curious is great in this matchup. I think he's got a great shot as well. But Dark also a pretty big powerhouse in ZVZ. But damn, what did you think about the strategy there from DRG? Going for that very, very heavy aggression after getting like 31 drones. He never like switched into Spire. He just made only Lings and Banelings. Whereas soO was just expecting like, okay, you know, we're both doing this kind of safe Baneling nest thing, and now we're going to transition into Spire. That's the normal way of things. Do you think DRG was trying to like fake soO out and go for a big all-in?
Yeah, you know what? I think he was doing exactly that. I think he's seen enough of soO's builds and how he plays it, how he opens up. He opens up with that swell of Lings, and then he techs some drones. So he's like, okay, you know what? I'm going to make it look like I'm doing the same, but I'm following up with nothing but Ling Bane for 2 gas. And it was a great decision considering what soO's been doing recently. It did the damage it had to eventually. It almost did not, but he managed to kill that hatchery.
Well, as you said before, Game 3 is going to be Dark versus Curious. But guys, first we're going to take a 3-minute break. We'll be right back.